in great contrast to the rest of the scene, into a shack. What? The next minute, they brought out into the open an odd-looking mask. Weird sentence. Its shapes, colors, and overall looks, while unsettling, were mesmerizing. I felt instantly hypnotized by it. It renders my modest collection of African curiosities into dull and uninteresting items. The mask was very ominous, and the whole tribe seemed to greatly revere it. Ugh. Soon they began to gather around it in more circles, fluttering and chanting a guttural psalm. I butchered that to hell. Judging by their emotions and aspect of their whole ritual, it must have been some kind of war ritual. Ugh, jeez. I'm not sure how to explain what happened next, as I feel my pulse is already throbbing. Words fail me to recount the most disturbing thing I've ever witnessed. One of the male vergers walked in the middle, near the mass, by his own will. It was an almost automatic act. All of a sudden, the remaining members became silent. I can't tell for how long it lasted, but I was afraid to breathe. I think Dolby and others were also scared. They wouldn't even blink. I remember being soaked wet and expectant. Ugh, okay. The silence was so unnatural, ellipses. Then a few members separated from the people circling the mass and jumped on the single villager, beating him to death. Oh dear. To be completely fateful event, the small crowd tore him apart. They grabbed his legs in twos and threes and twisted them in a manner I dare not describe. Oh, they just twisted them, mate. That's fairly well descriptive. His face was disfigured with their bare fingernails and teeth, and the torso soon disappeared under the frenzied tangle of hands. Ew. In a matter of a few minutes, the villager was turned into a red sack of bones. Oh, they just piranha'd him. Not one of the attackers had the compassion to snap his neck during the sickening process. All was very methodical, as if it was just another mundane task. Most terrifying aspect, though, was that the victim didn't even cringe. The silence was so deep I could hear his flesh ripping. I would expect any living creature to scream its guts out in such a condition. I can't tell whether he was drugged or half asleep, but I did recognize him dancing like everybody else before... What? I did recognize him dancing like everybody else before walking in the middle of the circle. It was the most outrageous and sadistic sacrifice I've ever heard of, ellipses. I don't think I'll ever forget what I saw. I would hope not. My intentions of approaching further, even if they didn't have any weapon in hand, vanished. Those creatures, I dare not call them human beings. You racist bigot, you. You could have killed my whole company in the blink of an eye with their rage. They seemed to be completely out of themselves and willing to destroy anything intruding into their path. Well, I would hope you brought weapons or something to destroy them. While the image of the sacrifice still haunt my thought, I can't seem to forget that mass. It was so deceptively simple and yet perfect in its design. Ellipses. I haven't seen anything like it. I surely would love to take a better look. I feel the dangerous as they were, could be the most important ethical finding in decades. What I've seen today is crying out for some further investigation. I still can't leave them like something that ellipses I would never forgive myself, and the mask, ellipses, that mask. Hooray, at last. I was ecstatic after reading the journal. The material was incredible. Yes, it was. That was quite disturbing, though. That was quite difficult for me, I'm not gonna lie. Ugh. I hope you can read that so I don't ever have to do that again. Ooh, it's one of those kinetic energy transference ball stringy things. Oh, telekinesis. God, that lasted so unbelievably short. What's in here? Photos. Close that up. It's an envelope. Perhaps I can read it? No, yes, no, yes, no. If I have to go somewhere and... yes, no, yes, no. Fine. Okay, it's in this drawer. It's a pokey thingy! I grab... Yes! That'll come in handy when I murder those tribe people, because surely they're the villains of this game. causes the scratches. What is that? I don't know. It was locked. I kind of feel like I'm talking really fast now after reading that journal. Like, it would take me 5,000 years if I read that at normal speed. Look. Just a bunch of uninteresting books. Oh. Because I so wanted to read that much. The glass was empty. Pity. I could have used a drink. Are you crazy, man? Are you crazy? Like, there's no telling how old that alcohol would have been if it was here and you would have drank it. Ugh, you crazy, man. That's why alcohol is bad. Makes people alcoholics. It's made John Bell / Michael here an alcoholic. Remnants of a previous fire. Ellipses. Well, yeah. It's a fireplace. What do you expect? What is this? The place was full of exquisite, albeit aged, candle bras. Okay, is that a British name for, like, you know, British, European, whatever name for candlesticks? Because that beats the hell out of candlesticks. Candle bras is amazing because it makes you think of a woman's bra and what those hold typically. Yeah, whatever. No, smoking can kill you. Yes, it can, especially when the scars are decades old. Yes, I'm so glad that at least he doesn't smoke. Bum bum. Little drawer wouldn't open. Damn it. Useless. Like, right? I didn't go this way yet, did I? Oh, you know what? There were books and stuff in this other room that I didn't go to. Uh-oh. It's a fireplace. I already read. Oh no, it's a journal. It looks as if an untidy person enjoyed reading in the living room. That's untidy? What the? This is 100 times cleaner than my room, and you're calling that untidy. You must be a germaphobe. Or, that wouldn't be germaphobe, that'd be something else. OCD. That'd be OCD. I know what I'm talking about. Ah! April 20th, during a tit. I'm so mature. During a tit of rage, I burnt my previous diary. Well, I kind of wanted to read that, you jerk. Now that I regret it, ellipses. As it was, my disjointed notes were worth anything. Well, oh God. If your disjointed notes weren't worth anything, then surely my disjointed commentary isn't either. You dick. Their only purpose was to keep me sane. I feel that this is my escape route, my only means of finding some inner peace. Whenever I put my pen to this paper, I feel that I can reflect upon my situation. I just wish I had more options, that's all. But I'm rambling. I must think clearly. Ellipses. Focus, focus, ellipses. Okay, I need some water if I'm going to keep reading this, so I'll be right back. Lazy to take it out. Sorry. Okay. One more drink. Delicious. Oh! May 12th. I become an eternal guardian. Ellipses. Yeah. Stuck between few choices, none of which are good. Do I fulfill a promise and violate everything that I believe in, the very principles of any life, or am I condemned to spend the rest of my existence in this deadened state, a ghost with no other purpose than just being here, watching? I truly have no escape. Ellipses. I can't find time. What? I can't find an appropriate solution to this problem. Ellipses. I must pay the price. I'm a shadow of the man I used to be. Only these notes remain. My testament in these moments of meditation, my sole companion. God, I have such a hard time reading his writing. June 26th. Today I spent the entire afternoon staring at the window, my mind a blank. Oddly enough, I really didn't care. It seemed now as though it was something natural for me, a part of my personality. But I know the reason very well. I've lost my soul. Oh dear. I'm an empty shell, devoid of any feelings. I renounced them on that fateful day, ellipses. And the worst thing is, I knew there were going to be consequences. No, ellipses, no, that's not true. Consequences were far worse than I expected. How could I be so blind? I don't know. But he's apparently doing the stuff that those tribal whatsits are doing to the bridge build. So, is he becoming one of them? Only time will tell. June 20. I often wonder what would have happened if we had simply reversed it all. What would have happened if right now I came out and told the world what really happened? No, I'd end up rotting in jail. Although that might be a better destiny compared to this eternal suffering. November. These are coming so far apart. It's kind of insane. November 17th. I can't say for sure when it began. I just heard them one morning coming from the next room. Ellipses. The whispers, are they real? Have I been alone for far too long? They won't stop. I can't stand it any longer. Ellipses.